Okay, let's go. You son of a bitch. Come on. Get the winding handles. Alright, we're running. Cool. I better reset this damn thing. Yeah, that's me. Bloody hell. It's nice that it warns you now, I like that. That's a good thing. Now this is why I never catch purse screens, you see, because most of them don't show up. It doesn't take too long to get past the scuzzy select on this though, so there is that, I suppose. Indeed, I think you are the fast one here. Now Atom's running here though, it's K5 power at the moment. CD, SWB. I don't know if anyone else will actually show up. Basically this is more economical than trying to edit and upload this stuff, so I decided I'm just going to live stream these. I'm not even sure how much there is left to do. I've been through quite a few of the maps now, and a lot of them are just test levels, which aren't going to be that interesting to look at. But we'll see. I suppose I'll start at the top of the list this time. And I'm going to load that, because no doubt I'll need it at some point. Atom is still running though. Oh man, that. You know, this music's going to keep showing up now, isn't it? I spent all day looking for it the other day, and now it's just going to turn up every time I run again. Oh really? There's enemies in here. Oh, this looks like that napalm factory level. Yeah, there's like lava down here. You jump up there and that's like the pipes up there. Yeah, I knew they'd put the Atom in tablets. I suppose it makes sense to have them in there, because well, they are pretty low powered. I'm still impressed with mine. It's like a sub £150 machine. And it still runs great. Now, this is definitely meant to be that level, I think. Yeah, this would be where the room over room was. With that moving thing, that goes out of sync. It's another way to tell if your machine's not quick enough to... Asbestos armour! Actually has HUD graphics, I'm impressed. Oh, hang on, that collision was a bit funky up there. What do they say about that? Yeah, it's like the top of the slopes, I think, extend beyond the... You can do it in Duke 3D, you can stand higher than the floor where there's a slope. It's weird. So, it looks like slopes is what they were messing with in here. It's odd that this is Area 1. Like, was this meant to be the first map at some stage, I wonder? Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it, you didn't miss too much. And as for the final game, I'm compiling all of the amusing stuff out of that, where the game just kept breaking down. It's kind of sad that this prototype's been way more reliable up to now. I wasn't there. Eventually I was up here, wasn't I? I think that exhausts everything that's in this map up to now. I don't think they put anything else in yet. Like teleporters don't work. I think some of the vertices are too close together here. Now, that must be a white wall door. And yeah, I think it's another badly textured incomplete map. Yeah, I better fix that, hadn't I? We'll just put it up 1 minute. Yeah, I think we already looked in this one. Like, it almost feels like these should have been multiplayer levels, but I don't know, they might just be really, really incomplete. Like, God knows what they were going for with this. Well, QS got it anyway, in case there's someone trying to kill me in there, but... yeah, the doors don't go anywhere. It's, obviously a test of overlapping sectors, not that that's a particularly difficult thing to do. So, yeah. Who knows what this was destined to become. What else do we got? Oh, there's an Area 3. I did not know that. Find out what's in this one. Fair enough, I think we've probably seen the more complete maps. Ah, this uses fog palettes, does it? Nice. Oh, I'm not sure. February 6th, 1996 apparently, so maybe a year or so. I can't remember when the game actually came out. It was like 97, 98 somewhere, I think. Well, this level doesn't go anywhere yet. I don't think this was ever used. I always quite liked this texture that's all over this level. It's actually got potential, this area though. I mean, it's fairly well made. Like for the early beginnings of something. Oh well, this is wonderful. Blood 1. Oh man, you can see the mould on the bottom of my mug. We don't drink off the bottom of it, doesn't matter, does it? Another version of this. How many copies of this level are in here? Do they even differ to each other, I wonder? Probably look and compare the file size or the revisions in the editor, but... well, I'll have a quick scout around, but I mean the music's defined, so it's probably the one the game uses. Let me save myself the hassle of finding all the keys again. Let me see if I can... bloody spider, you're ruining my frame rate, stop it! Yeah, I guess I'll just have to walk around though. Oh man. Is there actually anything in there, I wonder? There is. Okay, I don't remember this bit. This might actually... yeah, the weapons have alt fire in it. They let you fire what would eventually become the napalm launcher by pressing alt fire on it. I don't imagine it's something they intended to keep until the final game. It's almost certainly just been put here from testing. Oh god, I forgot to mark starting this map, didn't I? I'll just say I haven't at 8 minutes. No, we'll say it started at 7.5 minutes. There we go. Yeah, it's not jibbable. Yeah, definitely don't remember this bit in this level, or I just never found it. I've never seen this area. So, whoa, 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 what the hell? That was kind of neat. That's... no, I should turn off no clip, shouldn't I? It's gonna... cause me all manner of problems. Okay, where does that come out? Is it... Okay, it comes... Right. Okay, I see. Is this area actually useful? Oh no, it's one of them barrels. That's a crash waiting to happen if that gets hit. I'm running away from it. Oh, do I dare blow them up? If I don't see it, it won't crash. Oh man, it's still running. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's only on that overlooked hotel level. The barrels blow thing, like the destroy the game for whatever reason. I don't think I can no-clip through those because there'll be sliding doors. Yep, can't no-clip through white walls. There's something in there though. Oh, there's a lock on that side. We haven't technically entered the sector, so I can't see. Oh man, that zoom's slow. That area that's underneath, there might be some overlapping vertices we can use to get in there. I mean, it might be possible to unlock the door, but it doesn't seem that way. I can't see anywhere that we would go to... Aha. Well, we've already been in here. This doesn't seem that way, does it? I wanted to turn this map off when I found it as like, oh, it's another one of these, but... Thing is, I haven't seen any keys or anything in here. I don't think this part of the level needs to exist as it's currently set up. Those bloody barrels. Peculiar. No, I thought this was where that door was. Oh, this corridor's nice, man. Got shading and everything. This reminds me of Hexen, actually. There's a few bits of this that do, but few and far between. This. Yeah, like the texture set's a bit different, but I think it's the stained glass. Just makes me think of Hexen. This still does not seem to go to where that door is. Oh, that is a mystery. Where the hell does that... What? Beginner map? Oh, that must be the level name. Because that's... Yeah, that's where the heads-up display is supposed to be. Like where that green bar is. It's supposed to be in that bit at the bottom there, where, like next to the 200. So this would appear just above there, I guess, that text. That door appears to be a different level entirely to where we are, but I don't know if I can get in there. I'm just going to have to run into walls and hope that I can clip into it. Yeah, I remember multiplying it at, like, at work, admittedly. This is where that door is. I don't know, I don't think they've used anything from Hexen, it just... That one corridor kind of resembled it in a way, just the style of it was like medieval architecture and such. Oh, I don't think that animation works in the final. There is one of those sprites and it's in, like that lock sprite, and it's in Mall of the Dead. And there's like... I've always felt it must be somehow connected to this odd room that's off the side of the level. Right, now we're back on... What the hell was I stood on? Oh, right, I've still got no clip on. Right, I doubt if anything else has changed in here, but... Have a look. I need to drink that goddamn milk before it gets warm. Well, nothing looks different in this part. Maybe the floor texture, I'm not sure. No, that wasn't there. There's definitely been changes gone on here. Either that or I'm losing it. I'm probably just losing it. Probably just didn't notice before or something. How do we get in there? Well, we'll just do that. Oh, well, wasn't there a screenshot from here? That... Now, get back in there. The diving suit's pointless, though, because there's nowhere to... What the hell is this place? Like, there's no such thing as submersible water yet. Although that tile bin there makes me think... I don't think that tile number changed throughout the development of the game, and it makes me think that, as I theorised, a lot of the time when we see just random textures like that, they were meant to denote something that wasn't actually in the game yet. I would imagine they used like an obscure thing that wasn't likely to be a sprite anywhere else. And that they could just... I'm sure they had like Alt-C, like replace all instances of this tile implemented in the editor right from the start. I think that's just standard build editor behaviour. I may be wrong, it's been a while since I've used it. Well, I suppose, but this level's, like many of the levels here, it's not even in the final. A lot of the textures are the same, like, they didn't really change any of the textures that are on screen right now, I don't think. I'm not sure if that grey one down there with the little skulls on it was still in, I don't remember. This stuff is just palette 5, I think, to make it grey. I thought that was the end of the level. Right, the level doesn't have a functioning end, which definitely suggests to me that this is a different version of this map. Oh, no. Yeah, this is more complete than the one you get when you start the game up, I think. Oh, I see. So that's what... So we could have just walked out here. Anything else different? Well, that was me saying we'd exhausted all of the vastly different versions of the levels, and, well, I guess not. Ah, yeah, this is that rotating thing that I quite like. I don't think they ever did this in the final anywhere. Like, there's no reason they couldn't. The effects are still there, they should still work, but... an odd design decision. That still collapses way too slow. Oh, it actually has rails on it. That's... another odd design choice. Well, now that was a surprise. I did not expect that map to have that much difference from the one... Huh. So there are at least 3 copies of that, I think, in this. Ugh. I don't know. You know what? I've never tried. I think the textures would be messed up because I think some of the tile numbers change. You can try it and see what happens. Because I actually don't know. I don't like this map and I can't remember what it... But I'll have a quick scout around it, but I'm going to cheat myself the keys and everything. So I don't... I'm almost hoping the barrels crash it. This level made it into the plasma pack. So, yeah, this actually made it to the final game eventually, but not when it first came out. It seems to be the done thing with these games. Because, I mean, Duke 3D did the same thing. They only had 3 episodes when it first came out. They added the birth episode, which was made largely out of maps from prototype versions of the game. Blood only had 4 episodes, and they added a 5th, which was made largely out of levels from the prototype version of the game. And Duke Nukem Forever had an expansion pack, which was made largely out of scrapped content from the game. Well, it could do, but so that's assuming it works. We'll find out soon enough. Because I want to test it. I don't recall ever testing it, so I have to wonder if it works now. I do have 1.0 installed on this machine. I don't like starting the full game because bad things always happen when I do, but it's just a one-off. I'm sure it'll be fine, he says. So stuck on that corner for some reason. I can't catch any changes in this map. I honestly can't. Right, where were we up to? We were on that map. Right, I can remember that. CD/... we'll try copying that. No, SWB. I don't actually have to type the path for the destination file. I think I can just actually leave it blank, and I think it'll just copy it to the current directory that I'm in. I don't remember. Well, first we'll see if it loads in map edit, I guess. Like, this will tell us a lot, because they're like an encrypted map format in Blood, I think, or there's some weirdness about them. You can't just load them in, like, Shadow Warrior or Duke or something. You have to convert them, and it loses quite a bit of information. Well, there's obviously... that is still intact, so, well, I guess we can try loading them in the game. There's a texture that they've changed, but... yeah, a lot of the tile numbers seem to be the same. It's yeah, they don't have all those detail archways and stuff. A lot of those sprite archways and whatnot, they got removed from the final version for whatever reason. Probably just to save memory, I guess. That grating's changed, tile. We'll see what happens if we try loading it. I don't think the game will crash or anything. I think it'll just either work or it'll cause an error condition. Probably about here if it's going to. It'll be like, yeah, can't, like... well, the bats work. There's an odd... cracking sound. I don't know if you can hear that. Hang on, let me ramp that up a second.
On the good ship.
Well, other than Caleb singing and the bats, there's this odd like cracking sound, like somebody's rattling an audio cable around. Those still work? Yeah? Dumb statues. And evidently that effect number is the same. So yeah, you can load the alpha maps in the final, it seems, but they're not going to necessarily work. Oh, not the delirium shroom. The bloody delirium shrooms. Oh, hang on, I can actually crouch in this version, can't I? Let me see. I'm amazed at how many tiles are in the same spot. Let me just fix this. It was that, wasn't it? Yeah, Lara Scrop. That's a good one. We'll put that cheat in. Well, I can tell you one thing, Caleb's running and jumping speed is different in the final. That's very noticeable. Yeah, Minecraft, I think just converts, like, the map every time you load it in a new version, from what I remember. I haven't played it in a while yet. Surprisingly fun. I thought I would despise that game, but it's okay in small doses. It's good for time killing when there's nothing else to do. Hang on, picked up the wooden chest. That wooden chest had a voxel, and you can pick it up in the final game. I did not know that. That's very strange. I wonder why that would... I'm going to have to look at that in map edit when I come out of here. I don't know if we're going to be able to get in... Here we are. Will this still work? There's another mismatched tile there. It looks like the blood jars, doesn't it? I don't know what the tile number is for that, but we can go in there and see if the water's diveable. But I don't think any... I don't think there's any sectors for it, even if it did. It doesn't work. It's submersible though, I think. Well, I noticed the fork was causing the splashes, but yeah, the tag's there for it being water. The diving suit uses the same tile number. Nothing behind there, is there? Nothing important. Yeah, the tiles have a few mismatches, but... hitbox on them flyers is far too wide. Actually, there is another thing I'm curious about that I'm going to have to go and have a look at in this. I wish I could disable the monsters, man. They're just getting in my way. I don't think Featherfall works, but you can still pick it up. That's really strange. Like, there's all these leftovers that don't work at all in the final. Stupid pets. I think. Bloody cultists. I don't think the cultists are having a good day. I want to be back up there. I'm surprised this... I don't know what that was about. I'm guessing there's no reset time on that or something and it just launched me. Where was them couple of doors that I discovered last time? Here we go. Rage.
I need a key. I need a key.
Yep, that does not work in the final. Key there, but that animation does work in the... How very strange, I never saw that used once. Also, I don't remember there being a key there in the alpha, that's really strange. Well, that was an interesting little thing. Thanks for suggesting that. That was very interesting to test out. Now, I want to have a look at that wood chest, because I never knew you could pick that up. It doesn't do anything, but I don't think you can pick that up in the alpha, which means that that's a change that's come later, and that they've obviously meant for it to do something at some point, but what, I don't know. What the hell is this over here? There's even more at this level that I've not seen. What on earth is this? Well, I'm guessing that's water on the ground, so this can't be an underwater area. Well, how would that open up? What on earth? There's more. That must connect back to the start somewhere. Now, I've heard of non-linearity and interconnecting everything, but how did they ever bloody do that here? This level's really close to completion, I think. Like, you could probably polish this to work in the final with minimal effort. How does that... I wonder if you can get that to go back somehow. Strange. Yep, there's that chest down there. It has a voxel. Not in the editor it doesn't, but that had a voxel. It has a name. Like, it's nothing, but it's just an oddity. Something I never knew. It's tile number 523. I wonder if that one's collectible. I mean, like wine bottles and stuff used to be. I wonder what their plans were for this. Like, what did they intend for it to do? Well, I'll leave testing the other tiles for somebody else to discover, I guess, but that's very strange. I never knew about that. Three we're up to, aren't we? If that exists. It doesn't matter if it doesn't, the game will just be like, no, I'm not starting a map that doesn't exist. Oh, it's this weird music. My stomach. That's odd. It was like a... Well, I don't think we can go in that water. Whoa, 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 we actually can. I remembered there being something with this, but... So this water's submersible, but it doesn't work as water. I don't think you can swim anywhere in the alpha. And the frame rate's going to hell down here. Unfortunately, there's no way back up because there's no fly cheat or anything. And I don't think we can clip out of here. We'll have to restart the level. Wherever, if that goes anywhere... Actually, I'm not sure. Do projectiles collide with the water? They do, so that might actually go somewhere. He bobs about in this one sector here. It's not visible in third person, but I'm touching nothing. You can see the pitchforks bouncing up and down. He doesn't do it here. Which almost makes me feel like this one sector maybe has some definition that makes it more like a water sector is supposed to be than the rest of them. He even moves slow in there, look. Just in that one spot. Does he fall differently? Doesn't seem to jump as high. I don't know what that sector is, but it does something funny to the player movement. That's for certain. Very strange. I thought this part was going to wind up boring, but yeah, some very odd discoveries here. There'll be things people already know about because I've never read about this alpha. Ah, he's going to blow himself up. There we go. Thanks, cultist. You made my life easy. Thing is, that needs a key. And I can't even open it. I can... Oh, don't do that. I can... probably clip through it. Hold on a minute. Well, that's an area up there. That sounded like we blew something else up. I want to be careful doing that. Frame rate's not good here. This is... Yeah, alright, cultist, I get the picture. You want to shoot me. Yeah, I don't want to be blowing up barrels in an area where the frame rate's bad. That's just not a wise idea. Him over there, he doesn't suspect. Yeah. That one weird little window there. I guess that's so it looks right from the outside, but that's... This area looks woefully incomplete here. Although I swear I've seen like an incarnation of this area in one of the other map files. I think I've said before how I think the levels must have been built in sections in separate files and then just stuck together. I suspected it in Shadow Warrior. In this I've seen chest. Okay, so the non-wooden chest is collectible in this version. Because we just picked one up. And it doesn't do anything. Should be able to pick that wine bottle up. But still the question remains, what was it meant to do? What did they have planned, if anything? It seems odd that they'd code a bunch of items to be collectible if they were never meant to do it. That probably connects back to where the water was, I would guess. I don't want to jump in there. I don't know if we won't be able to get back out. So we'll have to check above ground first to make sure that there's nothing else. Oh, whoa, 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 what the hell? You sons of bitches shoot me in the back. What cowards. Very commendable. I got him, man. My dynamite skills have degraded in the intervening years. I used to be known as being lethal with the dynamite in multiplayer. It used to be my thing, the dynamite. If I got my hands on that, people used to run like hell. No, not water. Oh, that's not some... Okay. I wonder how they got it to work, though, because like, there's not even, like, an effect number for it in the editor, so... How did they make the water submersible? I don't know, but that area's not enterable. It's too high. I mean, we could clip in there, but I'd like to find out organically. Perhaps in there? Oh, what a surprise. A lot of cultists in here, man. The same dickhead cultists we get everywhere. Now this area looks alright. Detail this up a bit more. You have something good on your hands. Jesus Christ, how many zombies? Oh, don't do that. Crash the game. This, aside from the missing detail, is probably one of the most complete maps I've seen in this. It feels like a map that's nearly finished, but it doesn't feel like a map from the final game. Feels like a map from a slightly different but similar game. Damn cultists. They're an endless source of annoyance. I hate them. I wish they were all dead. You hear me? I want him dead! Oh no. What have we done? Oh, right. I see. What a strange place. What a strange, strange place. I want to see what's up on that thing before I go any further, but I mean, I'm probably going to have to run back for the water at some stage anyway. It's a slide door, isn't it? Can't just walk through slide doors. Yeah, basically, although dude I used to play with most was lethal with Tommy guns for some reason. If he got hold of one, you were done for. Like, you weren't coming back. He was just a very good shot with it. Like, it's all very well having explosives, but if you can't hit your target, it's going to do you no good. If you're a good enough shot with a vector weapon like that in the game, then that'll get you through. But my thing was with landing dynamite well. Wow, this level's still going. I thought this was going to loop back into the start. Oh man, how big is this place? There's even like detailing in places. It's... Bloody hell, there's more new areas. This is another map I'm going to have to look at in the editor. Oh my god, the frame rate. I'm guessing, is that transparent? No, it's not. Why is the frame rate so crap? I can't even break it. So there's probably nothing on the other side of it and it's killing the frame rate. Why? What exactly is it about this area? Okay, this has looped us back to here. Ghosts don't work yet, so they won't spawn any... Well, I don't know. Maybe that's what's doing it, because ghosts spawn lag. We've known that for years. Okay, this... I think we've been in this area. We have. It has looped back to the start now. Not the mushrooms. Oh, god damn it. Oh man, the frame rate. Not the frame rate, please. Not the frame rate. It's been mean to me. This level's pretty good. Like, the gameplay element doesn't seem to be implemented, but the layout's sure as hell there. What else are we missing? There's like that one door to clip through. Like back here somewhere. There was a door out there. I don't think it'll have anything interesting in it, but we'll go and see just to be sure. Just for the sake of saying we did it. Okay, what's actually in there? Yeah, nothing. That's good. That suits me fine. Let's... No, we don't want to be in there. This interconnects beautifully, though, this. Yeah, there was this one door here, and then there was that water. Oh, where was that door? It was like at the bottom of... There's like a stairway through here. I want to open them doors. And then there's like... that brown water, isn't there? This, that, I'm guessing this is where the level was supposed to end. That would have been my guess. I mean, the texturing's ugly and the shading could do with a bit of strengthening, but... They nearly had this, man. This level does not appear anywhere. Like, this could have so easily been polished up. Well, let's find out if we can sink in this water. We probably can't after all that. No, we can't. Does it go anywhere? Sort of does. Oh, that's the other side of that water. Oh god, there's something over there and there's no way I can get in there. Careful, bloody hell. If I go in that water, there's no coming back. What does that... Will that affect the water underneath, I wonder? You almost wouldn't want to lower that, but... I don't know if I can make it across the other side there, but I mean, I'll try it. There's nowhere to get a good blast from with the explosives, that's the problem. I think we'd be better off just running for it and hoping we can get there, but jumping on slopes is not reliable at all. We'll give it a shot. I always look at it in the editor. Oh, no! Damn it! Now that's obviously how this is meant to work. Look, the sector that we're slowing is not a moving sector. It's like the water code's partially there or something. It's so strange. But it has not lowered the water level down here. This is... So it is slightly broken. Oh, we're in another slow sector here. Look at that. Yep, there's no way we're getting back up there. Can't get the momentum. Don't think. Doesn't look that way. We almost hovered there for a second. What was that about? Oh man, that so nearly killed the game. I'll give up in a second, but... I want to know what that one last area was. I'll just have to look at it in the editor, but... That's how high we got. We almost got there, man. Yeah, there's no way we're not doing that. That's fine. That level was actually really interesting. Like, I've been in that level, but I've never been in it using the cheat codes before. Thanks to... Who the hell was it who gave me those? I can't remember, I'm really sorry, but... If you're the person who gave me those and you see this, thanks for giving me those cheat codes for this. Yeah, there's probably nothing spectacular over there, but... It doesn't look that way, it's just a spider's nest with a big spider. Well, I doubt it's coded to work, but... You have to wonder, don't you? I mean, you have to wonder. Let's try something here. This does not use... Oh, it might do. Might do. Yeah, it's bloody good in 1.0 the Voodoo Doll, because you can alt-fire it like 5 times, which just doesn't happen in that other version. Oh man, I can't move that over there. Well, if I erase that sprite, it should just use the default starting position, which is defined by scroller. I don't remember it behaving like that. I just remember it taking damage, like, pretty massively. That may be another 1.21 thing, I suppose. Let me see if that spider does anything, assuming I've got this right. Yeah, that thing, that was one of the things that pissed me off in 1.5, because... You know, I must have hit the alt fire by accident. Yeah, I didn't think the spider would be coded, but it was worth a look. Doesn't even seem aware that we exist, does it? But yeah, I threw that and it just killed me instantly. It was infuriating. I'm like, what the hell, they've added a kill yourself with your own weapon, like, feature. You know, as if the life leech wasn't dangerous enough already, they had to make it fucking worse. It was a silly idea and it served no purpose. I couldn't find any legitimate use for that. I'll be back in a moment. Now I have to step over my chart. This is the fun part. Right, where were we? Blood 6, I believe it was, we were up to. Let's see, let's see. Oh no, it's the catacombs level. I don't think this level changed that much. I hate this level. I hate it. I've always liked that one time when I was playing the game and the floor just disappeared and the level ended. That was the best. Maybe it can do that this time and I'll be happy. It gives me a headache, this level. Death Mask. Well, I don't think it does anything. It seems to have just slightly worsened the frame rate somehow. And made my projectiles go through enemies. Yeah, there's a bit of delayed jibbing going on there with the Hellhound. Yeah, this level barely changed. Different textures, slight alterations to the layout, but it was just as bad then as it was in the final version of the bloody game. Does it have that weird, totally it's just a test of the X system ending still, I wonder? Well, that's a little bit different here, isn't it? So if they didn't, I'll be very surprised, because... the hell is this? Well, then I am surprised, because I always figured it was just an early test of the effects system. I've never looked here. I've seen this level in the editor before, just to have a quick look. Still, I like that. The Life Leech's alt fire for me is never anything compared to how much they nerfed the goddamn napalm launcher in 1.21. And I know you had the alt fire mode, but it just pissed ammo down the fucking pan. It's like, well, it worked great before as it was with no alt fire because it just murdered everything it touched. Now it's basically a long-range spray can. It's terrible. Terrible. They've ruined it completely. Now these doors won't open. That's so unfortunate. I'm not lying, I don't like that level. I'm calling that one done. There won't be anything good in there, surely. We know it made it to the final version of the game. Calypso? Oh no, anytime you need a Calypso. Fuck off. I heard that song. Used to sing it in school. Calypso are also them dodgy little ice lollies you get out there. They're like just in a cardboard tube and they taste like artificial fruit flavour. Even though I think they're made out of real fruit, but they always tasted a bit plasticky to me. Well, isn't this another level that made it into the goddamn plasma pack? I think it is, isn't it? The goddamn plasma pack that we can't be bothered to build any more levels pack. He just killed his buddy in there, didn't he? What a nice cultist. I like that one. He's cool. So all this throw switches and then figure out what it did. That's basically everything. Really? Whatever that did, it undid itself, I guess. I see. Right, so it desynced for some reason. Yeah, that's broken. Isn't there something with like sparking electrical fields in this or something that just seemed really out of place? You know, I thought... Excuse me. I thought the game was meant to take place in the 1920s or something. I'm sure it was around some odd corners which seemed even crapper in the plasma pack. You see, they don't seem too bad in here. Yeah, I think it's here where this arching bridge is, isn't it? Like, it was here, I'm sure there was, like, electricity. I'm guessing that must be the plasma pack version. I haven't played that in years, so I don't know. I thing is, I'll be honest with you, it doesn't look too bad, this level, if they'd only gone with a bit more texture variation. But from what I remember, the plasma pack just uses these same textures for everything as well. So it just looks like ass all the time. God knows what that did. Was it that? Probably not. Does not seem that way, does it? Let's QS clip this a little bit. See what else we're missing. Oh, nothing. This doesn't work yet. That's right, and there's this little room here that has no reason to exist. Oh, but there's zombies down here. You know, eventually I'm going to stand on some water and I'm going to sink through the water, and then I will get stuck again. Well, there's nothing down here. Strange ceiling textures, but that's about it. But yeah, the architecture in this level's okay. It's actually quite nice. Just the lack of texture variety, and the fact that it never really seemed to fit in this level. It doesn't surprise me that it's old. Like, these levels all have this same formula, these older levels. It's throw a switch to start the level, walk into like a cross-shaped hub area. There's always that same formula. They have like a switch, a walkway, and like a full directional hub in almost every level. It seems to have been a formula they had going. But I think that's probably why people like the haunting in it so much, because that's one of the only levels that's not like that. You know, it's more like a Duke Nukem 3D level in that it all intertwines with itself. Like these levels, a lot of them I can probably see just didn't make it because they weren't varied enough, that they weren't memorable enough, they're not interesting enough. Cavern. Oh no, I forgot to mark it. I don't know where it was. I'm going to put it down at like 50 minutes, and we'll just assume... where are we now? 1:13, and that will be... Cavern, we're going to start. Oh man, is that the time already? It's nearly my supper time, damn it. I don't know why there's such a delay on the stream before the capturing comes back, because it's not like that where I'm looking at. It's really strange. This is... I was going to say, this is a tiny little map, isn't it? And they were, I think, just dicking around with, like, making light sources look good or something, but... whatever they were trying to do, it didn't result in anything. Okay, next! What do we got after Cavern? We've got Dim. Dim. God, this machine runs warm. I feel kind of rough about leaving my lighter on top of it. It's going to like explode or something. Well, people like explosions. It would probably be good for my live stream if I blew myself up, I suppose, with... I don't think it would do that. Like, it's a gas lighter. I think it would just give me severe burns. It's another level. It looks sort of like that Dem level, but sort of like that napalm place. No, this is the Dem level. Which stands to reason when it's called Dem.map, doesn't it? Well, silly cultists, if they don't want to wake up, you snooze, you lose. Slow ass. Aha! You know what? I always felt like there should be an opening there. That makes way more sense than the final version does. I can't speak for the rest of the level, but that bit definitely makes more sense than the final. I feel like we've started in the middle of the level. Although it's another thrower switch to start from where we started from. They already have wall panning going. It actually looks pretty good. I don't know what's in there. We can't just go in there, apparently. Or did we start in there? We started in there. There's nothing in there. Is there? I don't know. No, that doesn't go anywhere, does it? Who knows? Who knows what they were going for? Yeah, you could always tell this was an old level. I don't know as to why, but it always just felt like it. That secret is already here. Let's hope we can get back out again. Well, there's nothing up there, but well, it opens up. It's an elevator. A very straight. Oh no! Stupid elevator. Come back down. It's not going to work. You have to be. It's set to push, but not push wall. Wonderful. I guess we've got to walk back there. Well, might as well go and explore this area. See this crap opened up yet? Well, they have floor-aligned switches, but do they work? If we're within 64 pixels, they do. I think that's the range, at least, or is it 64 build units, which is pixels if you look at like the grid, like as to what a texture would be if you could see it on the grid. It's a little bit hard to explain. Oh, I can't get in there. Maybe a switch for it that I've missed. We'll have a quick investigation. We've done some investigations and we found out that Professor Ramses has told you lies. Nothing hasn't even started on the solar project yet. Of course, it was just a disgraceful ploy to oh, crap. That is a line from a TV show aimed at small children. Yep, some dude with a Yorkshire accent says crap. For some reason the no-clip cheat won't work. I don't know why, I can't enter it. The frame rate's probably too crap or something, let me... Nope, it's just not working. Well, I don't know why, we'll just carry on without it. I wanted to see what was in there, but it's probably nothing good. Let's just ignore it. And blow up some cultists to make myself feel better. Well, that texture's different. That is, see, this is why. That's one of the most annoying jobs with level design in this engine, is finding textures like that you've missed. There's water on the walls. Zero, huh? Yeah, that's how many fucks this door gives about the fact I want to be through it. Well, I suppose we can have a look at what's going on around here, but... Oh, yeah? You're going to tell me I'm not getting up there, are you? We'll see about that. Yeah. Yeah, and it reminds me of when I was playing this in co-op and I managed to dynamite my way out of being stuck. I don't think we're going to be blowing ourselves up there, though. I mean, we could try it, but... Well, who would have thought? Let's have a look. Let's see if this area exists yet. I don't think it... No, it doesn't. There's nothing off to the right yet. Which explains why it felt different to the rest of the level. I guess it must have been a later edition. That exists as a segment somewhere else. These stinking cultists. I wish there was a switch enemies off button, because we don't need them. You know, as the game's not completable, I don't feel that bothered about. Right, the switch does nothing. There's a few of them like that. So, who knows what it was meant to do. Presumably something down there. There's no way they have that multi-switch puzzle in yet. No, but I'm guessing it's planned, or else why is that on the floor? Again, you can see the ambition. This level has not changed a lot. I wonder if that little water that was out on its own was meant to go in here somewhere. Pardon me. That's another thing these old levels have though, these weird little corridors like this that almost you think exist to save the frame rate or something. There's no switches in here that I can tell, so... Oh, there's that one. What does that do? Does it... Oh, it still does the same thing. Now, I'm quite weary of this because I've got a funny feeling that water might actually be submersible. I don't know if it is, and there's no way to find out other than stepping on it, so... We'll just go up here and hope it's not. This is another kind of Dark Forces-ish thing, this, isn't it? It's like the second level of Dark Forces. It's further evidence of, other than the text documents that came with the game, how Dark Forces was an influence on this game. Now, I'm sure this area exists as a segment in a map file on its own. I want to see what's in here. Can we get up there? I don't see a way up there. Can't get there from... Even the textures in here look kind of Dark Forces-esque. Those white ones there. I'm using this explosive. I mean, we could just use, you know, no clip, but as I said, where would be the fun in that? That switch does nothing. Doesn't work, doesn't work, doesn't work, doesn't work. It's broken. Door does nothing. I don't even know if there's anything behind it. Probably not. There's not really much space it could exist in. Elevator does nothing. Well, it's time to bump into some walls and see if it goes anywhere. It doesn't look like it. Yeah, it's a shame. Yeah, I don't know if there's much more else left to explore in this level. It looks like they got this far and stopped. Let's find out, can we sink in that water? No, we can't. Oh, that's got an arch to it. Is that still like that in the final, or did they flatten it? I don't remember, I've never looked up there. What is this? Yeah, there's a key. Don't know where it goes. Let's follow the waterfall back to where we would have started the level before. See what we can see. See what we can see, see. Oh, damn it. What? What? What's with all these number sprites? Did something change in the game? Oh, it's these blue paletted textures again. We've seen these a few times. What did this mean? What was this about? But... Now that does not fit at all, does it? Now I was starting to say before, like how I thought this maybe marked textures they wanted to change or something, but... I don't know. I mean, these textures here don't fit. It's almost like... That is a bit more further suggestion that this level's old enough that the game used a different set of textures, or at least they were at different tile numbers when it was first built. Whilst it looks like most of it's been changed, perhaps some of it wasn't. Maybe that's what those O's and 1s are left over from some old effects system. Well, we'll go and see what's glowing down there in a minute. That belt system, I'm sure, was already here. Doesn't work, but... So the start of the level's here. And that must have been where we were going to start. It's still better than Blood 2, I'll give it that much. Wonky elevator. So that's what's glowing down here. And there'll be nothing else. There is... Was that the dam when this was made? Like, was that it? I have to wonder. Is there anything up here? Look that way. What's weird is the glow of the light actually looks quite good against the blue palette. Like, it contrasts more. Oh, further falling. Isn't that the name of an enchantment in Minecraft? I'm not sure, I don't do enchantments. I'm like a mediocre redstone user. I don't... It was an intended short series from this channel where a friend of mine believes in potions and enchantments and I believe in redstone, so we were going to see who could ultimately get like the best base built the fastest, and it was going to be really heavily edited because Minecraft's pretty boring to watch. Let me have a quick look at something. I want to see if that dam's in yet. No, it was some of that was going to happen, but it never did. Oh, bloody hell, I'll set fire to my hat if I'm not careful. I don't want to burn that. It doesn't look like that's in yet. I almost think that little white wall there might have been the dam at that point. Save change, I thought that usually came up as plain text when you exited. Perhaps not. Oh, death.map. It sounds like, you know, a my first map.map kind of thing, that to me. Well, we'll see what happens. Whoops. Hello, indeed. I'm sorry, I don't speak Spanish or Portuguese, and YouTube doesn't have a translate button in it. Oh, I can see why they'd call this death.map. Yeah, it's one of those start the game dead deals. I wonder if it'll crash the machine. Let's find out. Or maybe not. That was actually kind of neat. I want to see what happens if we hit... Oh no, it doesn't restart the map. Well, I can just kill myself. The bloody death sound in this is ridiculous. I want to see what happens if we just launch an explosive as soon as the game starts on that one. It's pointless, but... I've spoken before about videos I never uploaded. Well, that was one when everyone was trying to blow up loads and loads of barrels in Crisis. I did a, like, why the build engine is better than Crytek, like, as a piss take, where I loaded, like, 2,000 barrels or something. It was, like, the max you could draw in Ejuke at the time. And just blew them up without the frame rate dropping at all. Like, yep, and that's why the build engine is better than the Cry engine. Because it doesn't crash as easily. Obviously, that's garbage, but... Denizens. Well, that almost sounds like it's just going to be a gallery of enemies, doesn't it? At least, that would be my guess. Oh, my ears itching. Don't sleep with your fingers in your ears, they get waxy. Oh, how nice. There's a little doggy to greet us as soon as we start the... Go to sleep, dog. I like dogs, but I don't like that dog. That dog's horrible. And we've launched a ghost, it looks like. And we've launched the ghost somewhere else. It'll turn up and spawn some lag at some point, I'm sure. Oh, it's Cerberus, who we can't kill all, but we can kill one of his heads. Should be the one on the right there. There you go. Yeah, have fun living next to your dead twin pal. Yep, that denizen is there. Oh, it's Doritos breath here. Yeah, blooming bloated butchers. I don't know, it's just what it sounds like when they first see you in the final. I don't know what they're actually saying. Well, this has a point when the water doesn't work, doesn't it? And it kills the frame rate, so we'll get out of there before anything goes wrong. Bats, they don't attack, but they can be killed. Sort of. What the bloody spiders? Hey! Oh, you wait till I get my Brazilian black tarantula that I want. You little brown spiders in the game, you'll be for it. I want one. I want a like Grammostola pulchra, awesome spider, easy to look after. They look cool. They are cool. And oh, it's one of them plants that got removed and then put back in the plasma pack. It doesn't work yet. These I would better why they nerfed the napalm launcher, because essentially that's what they fire, isn't it? We can't even interact with that in any way at all. We can blow it up though. Wow, it like launches the base of it around. Look at that. It has like primitive physics on it. I'm impressed. Oh, great, we've got lava versions of them motherfuckers now. Well, we'll solve that. Gotta weed the garden. Gotta wee in the garden. Apparently. Wouldn't recommend that. It starts to smell after a while and the neighbours don't like it.
What if I had to come out to the yard at night to take a shit? I could slice my fucking head off!
Yeah, so that was Denizens. Obviously a test map. These Derna maps are boring as shit. I'm not even going to open those. Unless you want me to open them, by all means ask, and I will, but I don't think there's anything worth seeing in them. They're just like sort of square rooms, crap textures, nothing interesting happens. This is a door test level, I mean, so this is not going to be interesting. Wow, there's like one door. Yeah, bloody cultists. Did you have to put cultists in? It's a door... Ah. Oh, man. Jeez, man. Well, I suppose we've got to look at the test maps at some point, don't we? So, I mean... Drips. That's an M&M song, isn't it? Yeah, how did it go again? I can't remember now. Dudes be good and sick. All these bitches are... I can't remember. And so that was the only CD I had for like a year nearly. I already backed my music up digitally and my Athlon 64 broke and all I had was that puny 486 running at like 33 megahertz and one CD. So I used to know every bloody word on the M&M show at one point. I'm sure that probably killed brain cells that I'll never... Yeah, case in point. FX test. Woo. This is going to be wonderful, isn't it? I'm sure. Bloody hell, it has music defined. Oh, what does that do? Oh, I remember this map. Oh, cool, let's crush ourselves. Oh, this keyhole. I remember getting that to work somehow in the final game, but I don't remember how I did it. But yeah, you can see they do work. I guess they just didn't use it because they might have considered it distracting, but you know, it proves to be of little concern. I mean, Shadow Warrior did it and got away with it. Ah, this is like the multi-switch of this version, isn't it? Yeah, I don't imagine these are too difficult to make. Can actually, do this sort of thing in Duke Nukem 3D with nothing but a single dip switch, if you know what you're doing. Obviously you have to have a bunch of other stuff off the side of the map. Oh, it's one of these. Oh, I'm guessing it's I to get this done. Yep, seems that. Oh, it's interruptible as well. Now this map's kind of neat because it lets us see the effects. This floor does something, doesn't it? Okay, maybe not. Smacker textures are working. Why you didn't just load them into... That was my good window. Message triggers work. But I don't know why they didn't just load the individual frames in, I really don't. If it was procedurally generated fire like the water in like Lame Duke and some of the old Shadow Warrior builds, it might have looked really cool, but Smacker texture sport. I mean, it was there for the cutscenes, I guess, but... Gee, I don't know, man. Yeah, we can tilt mask walls. I'm gonna say, why do I feel like that was a bad idea? Oh, this will be one of them rotation rooms, won't it? Well, it's nice that the switch rotates with it. 2 complete turns. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Nice. I built a platform like that in a map I made years ago. That was terrible. And it's probably lost to history because, well, you know, I don't think it got hosted more than one site, and I would imagine that site has long since died and gone from the face of the internet. Oh my, what a shame. The poor world will never know just the beauty of this level I built when I was like 12 or something, you know. It wasn't very good. But you got to start somewhere. You've got to make crap stuff so that you can learn from it and make good stuff. Where's my drink? I've run out of milk. I've only got water now. That's what the world has reduced me to. Right, we already blew that up. We already didn't go in here. What the earth is this? Okay, we already know that we can rotate sectors. That's not that big of a deal. Well, that wasn't too bad. That's one of the more interesting test maps. It even had music. So that was effects tester. Oh, gallery. That's going to be the same shit as Denizens. I just know it. Yeah, motherfucking level designers. Building the same things over and over again. Oh, how lovely. Zombies. Let me kill them. I don't think their little axe attack does anything in this. And I still think that water texture's crap. It's a good job they replaced that, because it didn't look good. Like, this is that level I was on about, I think, yesterday. I could have sworn this shows up in Cryptic Passage, of all things. But, I mean, I could be totally wrong, but there's at least, I'm sure, a level that resembles this. The texture work is a mixed bag, but it's mostly bloody horrible. And the name of the map makes no sense when you look at what's going on here. Why gallery.map? There's nothing gallery-ish about it. It's like some Ponzi castle or something. I don't want to go to a Ponzi castle. I want to go to an art gallery so I can pretend to be cultured and tell people who don't like the art that it's because they don't understand it, and therefore by saying that implies I do, and therefore I'm more cultured and smarter than they are. I don't want to go to some castle. It makes me think like it might have been meant as a level at some point there, as opposed to a test map. I'm sure there were maps in here that had textures like mismatched tiles where it was, you know, like evident that they had been built when the game had a different set of tiles in it. Yeah, this is the glow test I remember. Like, I'd imagine it's proof of concept because the code's doing nothing, but the flare gun does do something like that, at least in the final. I don't know if it does yet. Well, we can find out because it's pretty dark in here. Yeah, I think it was the test for that effect. You see how the... You can't pause the game, apparently. That's not allowed. Well, I guess we're not pausing the game in there then. GMAQUILA. GM... Oh no, there's loads and loads of levels left. I don't get what the names are though. I really don't. Oh, I should enter that on the thing, shouldn't I? 133 GM. Pardon me. I just don't know. Ah, yeah, I've seen this one before. Jeez, everything's just so infested with these blooming cultists. Like, you'd think they'd just go on holiday or something, wouldn't you? Does that brings up a bridge. Good, that's better than being stood here forever. The doors don't open. Nothing really goes anywhere. Well, was the, no it wasn't. The stream's just really far behind where I am. Well, there's stuff in there. But it doesn't seem to be at the correct height or anything. Which is odd that they would then bother to build architecture around it. That just... No, it didn't. It's just a draw book. Wow, this is early in its life, this. Switches, switches, bloody everywhere. That goes back outside, doesn't it? Now that explains why they'd bother with the thing, but why the door connects up to here is anybody's guess. That doesn't make sense, because it wouldn't logically be able to do it. So there's something about this level where it feels like it's another... Like almost as if you went into some other dimension or something in the game at one point. Like there's a few of them that are just a bit surreal like this. But in a sinister way. I remember playing Hexen years ago, and I think it was in like the 3rd level. You go to like the area where it's all like swamp and stuff. No, it's not... Well, it's not swamp, but it has like a swamp. You know, you always felt like the two should connect. It's the one where it has like the mines and stuff, the spikes that come out the ground. It's very atmospheric Hexen. And I was stoned when I was playing it. And like, I have my mate with me, you know, we were both really stoned. And we was just looking at the texture and like, for some reason you had like, you know, a fairly noisy, ambiguous texture like that. And if you stare at it long enough, you'll see stuff, you know, you'll see like the face of a bear or something, I don't know. But, you know, my mind started wandering, and for some reason it was like, dude, do you think the texture on them was? I just got lost in the tunnels. I couldn't find my way out, so I was just wandering around like, dude, do you think the texture looks like boobs? It's like, yeah, it totally does. I can see a midget as well. Yeah, I see it now. There's just loads of boobs everywhere. God knows. It was just weird as hell. It's like we knew it wasn't, because we weren't just seeing it like that. It was just like an outline kind of thing. It was like one of us suggested it, so we just kept finding it everywhere. I guess we just had boobs on the mind, you know, at the time. They seem to be a recurring feature throughout this project as well. You know, maybe I should just turn my stream into a, like, let's go and look at pictures of women's titties stream or something, but I think YouTube would shut me down if I started doing that. Okay, now I see why there's a height difference. It was probably meant to be like this. It's like that abundance of crystal balls again. That makes no sense. And a random jar in mid-air. You know, if they wanted to build the same thing on the other side, they could just finish this side and then copy-paste it. What's with the window? This place is really weird. There's a few levels like this, and they're just strange. They don't... I think if they fix the textures up, you could make something good out of this, but... I really don't know. Well, I don't think there's anything else in here, but... Okay, next up is GMAUDELA. Whatever that means. Well, they have to be some Latin language or like Sanskrit or like Spanish or something. It's weird. Well, if something here needs a key, I can't find it because it's not textured as a door. What on earth is this? That can't be it. No, it can't. Oh, what if that was in God mode? Okay, this is a bit ugly. I feel like the area we started in maybe wasn't where we were meant to start. Lovely, another switch that does nothing. Now this feels more like a Doom Engineer thing, this level. It's very... the layout and the restrictiveness of it. Shadow Cloak. It's another item that does nothing. What the hell was this supposed to be? It's another one of those where it doesn't feel like we're on planet Earth anymore, though, you know. It's like some underworld or something. And it's another level that has that sky texture missing, so I expect to find some other broken textures in here. Can I go 3 seconds without being shot in the back? It's deafeningly loud. Oh, there is stuff in there. Well, we can't get in because the goddamn door is a white wall. That actually looks pretty neat. I wonder if we can get there some other way, because none of this opens. Like, that switch is probably meant to open something and it does not. Wow, I don't think there was ever anything like that ever done anywhere in the final game. Does that even have, like... No, but the floor texture looks weird. What on earth is this place? What a strange level. That stupid, bloated zombie there. He's just not up to the job. Right, this might be supposed to be accessible from the start then, and we get into the centre later. But that doesn't really tell me a whole lot. Well, that's serpent water textures there, I guess. It's another area with nothing in it. What on earth was this all meant to be? This might just be the strangest level I've been through yet. Oh, it's not far. There's no way into that area over there. Take that, no clip. No, don't clip back through there. We don't. There's also been no weapon pickups thus far in this level, which I'm not going to say too much about, because that is actually a problem in the final game. There's no weapons a lot of the time, no ammo. Run out quite often. Oh, there's one. Finally, we've got a gun. See, the AI's dumb. It only tracks you where it saw you last, which is actually kind of smart when you think about it, because it's much easier to just make it face the player the whole time. But yeah, it's odd how some of the levels have switches that don't work, and it... Jeez, how many cultists? You know, it makes me wonder, did something change? Because I'm sure a lot of them are tagged. Right, this area goes nowhere. Clearly a door, whereas this is clearly a Veta. As is that, but where does it go? Another one of these bloody things. There's 20 million cultists just waiting to kill us, I don't doubt. What a bloody oddball level. I'm guessing that would be... Maybe we could break that one, was the intention? We could get down there? Maybe. I don't know. No, because we can just walk down there. Well, there seems to be nothing else in here. This level's ugly as sin, but fucking hell, it's weird. Like, where were they going with this? Well, it could just be me, but this level, I don't know. That was a very strange level. It gives me an odd vibe. Let me see. Where are we going to go now? Now, we've already done Babrith in the first screen. Borgo. Borgo. Yeah, what's up? Obviously, we're messing with the Blood Alpha again. Just been on a rather odd level. And this one looks a bit odd as well. Like, does this have broken textures, perhaps? I'm feeling like this batch of levels may be older than some of the other ones we've been in. But I don't know. So, like, is that a missing texture, or, like, you know, to mark something that they want there, as I've theorised that they did? Or is it a texture that got changed? Goddamn ghosts. There's nothing back here. Oh, the ghost can die, apparently. And they even have a death animation. Thing is that odds of us being able to see that aren't very good, because we seem to be able to blast them clean out of the side of the level. There'll be ghosts everywhere. What's the deal with people speaking in other languages on my stream? I can't read it. I could just go and stuff it in Google Translate, you know. Not that that's necessarily accurate. I mean, I've seen what it does translating things into English. It's not always very good at it. Well, their textures up there are definitely busted. They're definitely busted. Let me go up there and have a look. I don't think there's anything else in this level. What even is that up there? I might be able to see it on the auto map. Stud. Huh. I have no idea. Yeah, these levels are strange. I don't know what this is all about. What else do we got? We have Karnga. Karnga. Carnival. Yeah, I doubt it somehow. Would be nice if it was. I like carnivals, but the game's not going to be that nice to us, I'm sure. 14845. The newest Doom? No, not really. I have a cut-off point for most things. Like, once you get past the 1990s, I start, like, not paying attention. And even by the end of that decade, I just don't pay attention. It's another one of these levels with this wood square texture all over. We've seen this before in a couple of places. I wonder what the deal was. Was it that they couldn't be bothered to texture it yet? That the textures weren't there yet? Or the textures were different when the level was made? It's very strange, like a world made out of wood. Just, it doesn't seem like a very fitting concept for a game like Blood. That texture seems to show up the most in levels that seem to suggest broken textures there, so I would bet that this was made when the texture set was different. Yeah, they won't be accurate once the stream fast goes up, I wouldn't have thought, because it does strange things to, like, cutting time down. This level is very amateurish looking. The no-clip cheat's not working again. Why does this keep happening? There we go. I hope my keyboard's not dying. I really like this keyboard. It's weird, it's like... I don't know if it's rubber dome or mechanical, because it sort of feels like it should be... It feels like a rubber dome, but there's this... There's like a click. It's really weird. I'd love to find another one of these. I don't know who the hell made the damn thing, or what model it is or anything. There was boxes upon boxes of them somewhere years ago, and I picked 2 up. One of them got broken. That being this one, like... The other one had some other defect. Like, they were defects from the factory. They were broke to start with. The defect on this is missing the pause key, but the thing's still there. Yeah, and somebody took that somewhere, and I never got it back. So, I've only got this one. I wish I'd just taken more of them, because nobody wanted them. But at the time, I was like, no, I can't be... Ecto Blaster? What does that do? Is that weird weapon? Doesn't seem to be. Whoa, where are we? You know what, I've shrank the screen somehow. God, this level's disgusting to look at. Rose-coloured glasses. What the hell did those do? Make everything look good. That would be an interesting inventory item to put in a game. I'd like to see them do that in some really gruesome game like this. Just like rose-tinted goggles. N64 stuff, I don't know. I don't even have like a properly working N64. I'm honestly baffled as to why it didn't break down when I was playing Banjo-Kazooie, because every time I'd run the thing and I wasn't recording, it just breaks. It's really weird. And to be honest, I don't like the N64. Like, there's probably at best 3 games I like on the damn thing. I like Banjo-Kazooie, I like F-Zero X, and I like... well, shit, actually, maybe only 2 games I like on it. I hate the Doom version that's on there. Like, I didn't like the DOS version that much because I'd already played Dark Forces, which, you know, isn't Doom's fault. It's just that I didn't play it until after Dark Forces, so I didn't think it was that impressive. You know, because I was late to the party there, but the N64 version, it doesn't even have music in it. It's like, what is the deal with doing this on the N64? The graphics look garbage because everything does on the N64. It just doesn't play well. FPS is not like a genre to play on a Nintendo 64. It just doesn't work. And I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know if there's anything else in this map, but it's giving me a goddamn headache. Like, everything just is made of wood. Like, why? I'm sure the texture set changed somewhere. But I don't even think we've missed anything in here anyway. I think I've seen everything. There's explosive spears. Like one of those for the harpoon gun. It's very odd collectibles in this level. I don't know what to make of it. I really don't. It's very odd. These are by far the most peculiar levels I've been in. But yeah, not an N64 fan. I'd like to do some, like, Super Nintendo stuff, or, like, some Mega Drive stuff someday. Yeah, you see, I wouldn't call that music, because I can make stuff like that when I work outside in my garden shed, and it probably has more rhythm or anything than that. It was awful stuff in Doom 64. Yeah, indeed. You've stumbled into me in the middle of, like, semi-ranting about Nintendo 64s. I'll probably refrain from doing it any further. Let me see, what map should we do now? That was Karnga, wasn't it? Oh man, what is this? Castration, perhaps? Where are we at? 155, we'll put it as. GMCASTR. Castr 2. Yeah, I don't know, it just really didn't appeal to me. It didn't play well, it didn't... Cultists, you are deafeningly loud. I didn't think it played well. I didn't think it, like... Yeah, it did not appeal to me. Doom on the N64. But like I say, the N64 in general didn't. I thought it was a horrible system. But yeah, SNES stuff, I'd like to do a couple of things on that. And obviously DOS and Windows stuff. Yeah, never could make sense of that controller because there's like a way you're supposed to hold it. And then there's the way that I hold it because you can't hold it like it tells you to do it in the manual. It's like, well, you're supposed to hold the middle prong. How you hold the left one, man? You like get to the D-pad and everything at the same time, but I just don't know where they were going with it. PlayStation controller was way better. The only problem is the PlayStation had even worse games on it. And people always tell you, like, you know, well, the PlayStation had really good games. It's like, well, yeah, it has a few. Like, you've got, I don't know, Test Drive Off-Road 3, that's a good game. But then to find that, you've got to sift through all these bargain bin shit just to get there. No quality control on the PlayStation, that's the problem. I blame it for the way games went in the end, because when you let anybody put any game on your system, well, yeah, sure, you're going to sell more units because you can go, well, we got loads more games than Nintendo and Sega. The problem is your games suck ass. Well, this level, I think, has textures that aren't there anymore. Also, the statues just break in this map, so they're obviously set up differently somehow. But, oops. But look at that. There's... Did anybody else hear that buzzing out on the right, then? You're not on about the Fifth Element, are you? That thing was absolutely gash. Man, I want to know what that buzzing noise was. That was, like, really actually concerning because of the history of, like, me and Blood with weird sounds happening. Well, at least it wasn't, like, whispering or coughing of people who aren't in the room this time. That has, I'll admit, that's put me on edge. I'm assuming it's just a sound effect that's broken in the engine somewhere. We'll hope it was. I hope like hell my hard drive's not going to die on me or something. Yeah, the Fifth Element had a game. On my copy of the VHS, they spent almost 10 bloody minutes trying to sell you the freaking thing when you started the tape. Like, new on PlayStation, there's a game we're going to sell you for damn near as long as the movie runs. It's like, come on man, the movie's not even that great. Like, it's a fun movie, but it's nothing to, like, write home about. Wow, I don't think there's anything else we can look at in here. That gill beast is huge. Was that meant to be a boss beast at some point? What's with these statues anyway? Can we... I don't break that way. They still spawn, like, blood tubes. Those pillars, nice. It's probably not helping the frame rate any, all them sectors. Well, I don't think there's anything else in here. Yeah, these levels are weird. This GM mapper, though, he likes his carves in his levels. Like, he uses carves a lot, it seems. At least for them ones, except them ones that are just that square wood texture and they look like shit. Seems to use carves elsewhere, and I like that. People don't use those enough in the build engine, and they are a bit challenging to do. But yeah, I don't remember any Armageddon game on the PS1. I've pushed most of the PS1 out my head. Like, I had so much disappointment on that system in the brief time I owned one. PS2 had some, like, good stuff on it. I've got, like, 2 Voodoo 1 cards and I never use the bloody things. S3 Virgin here. It does what I need it to do. I don't think, like... Yeah, I couldn't even install one if I wanted to. There's no spare slots. Apocalypse. Nope, never heard of it. Must have sold by me or I've forgotten it. I'm not much of a PS1 dude, as I established. What have we got? Dacia. Oh god, we're going to drive a Dacia Sandero around now, are we? Fine. This might... Yeah, I'm going to say, we're going to start rattling the chat window every time I admit to it. Well, it won't have been, because I mean, you wouldn't have got any image output if that was all you had. You'll have had something doing 2D. Yeah, I have plenty of nostalgia for Voodoo cards, and that was people found out I knew how to work on computers, and like, oh, that guy knows how to work on one. Can you upgrade my graphics card, because I can't play any games on this? Oh, yeah, sure, I'll do that. And so then, what are these doors doing? Okay, that's a nice trick on the part of the level designers, but it's messing with me. Yeah, fine, I'll do this crap for you, give me your machine. And then what would happen? What would bloody happen? Oh, that's what would happen. I'd find it was a goddamn 3DFX card, and for some reason 3DFX decided to be total dickheads and rig the drivers up so it fucks around with everything in the registry. So if you install another 3D card without reinstalling the operating system, it's going to be like, no, I can't find the 3DFX card. It's like, but I uninstalled that. And for the love of God, don't run their driver uninstaller, because it'll destroy the bloody operating system. It removes vital system files. The performance on them was absolute gash. They were incompatible with everything under the fucking sun, except the developers whose dick they were sucking under the desk. They were over-fucking priced. Like, most of the fucking Voodoo 3s overheated and died. And that was too late. That could have been a good card, that, and they took far too long. And still had no DVD decoder on board. And how long did it take them to get an AGP card working anyway? I mean, I think that was the first one. Horrible fucking things. Absolutely horrible. Nobody around here had them. Where I, at least in my area, the people I spoke to, which isn't going for everybody, but certainly the people I knew of, just didn't like the damn things. They were, like, regarded as being trash. And like I said, when you had, like, the Rage 128 and stuff, it was like, well, why would I get one of those? Yeah, it's not my no-clip cheat. There's corruption in this map, I think, because we keep getting Hall of Mirrors when we're trying to walk and stuff. Oh no, I think it's crushing arms coming down. That's fucking traps. This level uses a lot of in-sector activation of things. I mean, it's an interesting concept, I guess, but... Alright, there's ghosts now. Wonderful. And the switches don't work. What the fuck is back here? Guessing this area opens up later, and I'm guessing we just nearly crashed the fucking game or something. Right. Well, that texture's going to be removed. Don't know. Depends what you're trying to do. I mean, if you want to play Unreal Tournament, sure, install a 3DFX card, because it's got a bunch of blowjob money put into making it run better on those. But if, like me, the most you do is Direct Draw or something, put a goddamn Matrox productivity in it or something. But then you won't have 3D on that. Well, you will, but it won't be very good at it. It's not what they were really made for. Don't know what this little room here is about. Oh, I'm not looking for keys all night. Just turn the switch on. There we go. Although, to be honest, I've always quite liked the Rage 128. It's just whatever does what you want it to do. No, I'd place Blood as a waste of a good idea. Because it's a great idea, but it doesn't fucking work. Wow, this is like a timed puzzle here. Wonderful. Yeah, it doesn't... This doesn't work, but I mean, this is the prototype. You know, Blood could have been brilliant, but every time I play it, my machine breaks. So it's like, well, I don't think it's the game, but maybe it's just coincidence, but I'm not touching it again. Like, the alpha's fine. It doesn't seem to, like, cause that to happen, but for some reason I always end up with corrupted hard drives. Yeah, obscure Windows games, well, yeah. Depends what the games are trying to do. As to what you want to install in there. Oh no, I can't, like, make the decision for you. It's like... I mean, Atlantis is pretty obscure. The whole thing runs direct draw, but somebody else's obscure game might not. You know, there's probably a bunch of weird things out there running on, like, bloody Power VR or something for all I know. That stuff was weird. There was a dude on my street who swore by Power VR. Bloody hell, man. He always had to have the latest and greatest thing. It's like, I'm going with Power VR. That's the way forward. Oh man, what was the name of that level? Well, I'm disappointed we didn't get to drive a Dacia Sandero in that level. Bloody GMDACIA. We've been in GMFERGUS already, I think. But we'll go in there again, just to make sure. 207 GM. I'm only going to do a couple more, because it's getting late. Like, I could have my supper. Yeah, shit like that. I had a Cairo 2 card, but it broke. Like, it didn't work. I don't know what the hell had happened. It had already been opened. It just didn't work right. Which was a shame, because I actually kind of liked them. Like, I think they were in the wrong market, but, like, they were kind of cool in their own right. Pretty efficient from what I remember. Well, that's my one hiccup for today. Ah, this level. I remember this level. This level's weird. I imagine it stinks like fish in here for some reason. I mean, that's just because I'm from Hull, and Hull used to stink like fish all the time. They said it was the docks, but personally, you know, as you were stood on Essel Road at the time, I think it was probably more the old prostitutes. Maybe. I guess we'll never know, because they cleared both things out. Like, hell, I'm going to get across there, like, if I wasn't in God mode. That's ridiculous. That goes nowhere, does it? This guy really likes just picking one texture and covering the whole fucking level with it, doesn't he? It's obviously this dude's philosophy on level design. And the thing is, I can't remember the name of the level designers who were credited on the final game, but I'm sure I don't remember any of the initials being GM, which is a shame, because he does make some good stuff, but at the same time, I'm like... I have to wonder if he made too many of these boxy, there's jack shit in them levels, and they might have dropped the guy. Well, maybe I'm remembering wrong. It's been a long time since I played the final version. Very long time. I won't play it outside of DOSBox, and as I don't like using DOSBox, I've pretty much not played it since I recorded it years ago. And it went balmy again, and I'm like, yeah, just that's enough of that. And it broke my hard drives again, which was just great, because that was really what I wanted. You know, after all the time I spent getting that Pentium 2 to run. Because it was all for naught, because it got stolen, but... Well, that's kind of neat. It crossed over. Hey, what's in there? Open that door immediately. There's nothing in here. Nothing in there. Well, I guess we're done with this level. Kadath. Well, we have been in there. I definitely saw that one. Oh, we did collude in the first stream. Keddles. Oh, lovely. That sounds like a really nice level, doesn't it? 2, 1, 4, 5. GM Keddles. Don't do that. Jeez, that doesn't show anything important, does it? No, it doesn't. Thank fuck for that. What a horrendous oversight that would be. No, I'd be that bothered. I mean, what would somebody do if they hijacked my stream? Like, stream troll shit? In the K5, or that I'm using for the stream? For the stream, it's a StarTech. Can't remember the model number. It's one of the older HD caps. You can't capture audio with it, so yeah. I think they fixed that in the HD Cap 60L. K5 has a Cinema Pro in it, which actually does work. Although the Pentium 66 back there has a Celebrity in it, which works as well. Which is completely pointless because there's no analog TV signals now. Oh man, it's warm. Keddles has nothing in it apparently, just that little area. GMKINKEN. GM2, 1, 2, 3, GMKINKEN. Yeah, so it's kind of shit because I can't hear my own voice back or anything. Another start the game dead level. I can hear the game, but it's got like a huge delay on it. Because I have to push it through Windows 10's crappy listen to this device thing instead of it just being handled on the sound card's hardware mixer like it used to be. Apparently such things aren't possible because the technology's not advanced enough yet or some shit, which, you know, fuck knows why I could do it under Windows 98 and that, but... Well, that's the world we live in, I suppose. Can't let the public have these things. Like, I'm sure it's got to be pressure from, like, one of these anti-piracy wings of government and shit. I don't like the government. I recognise it's a necessary evil. I'm not one of these nutty fucking anarchists who's around. I stuff the symbol on things, but it's more like an ideal vision kind of thing that I know can never happen. Like, what is it with these clerks everywhere, man? And why can't I pick those ones up and I can pick some of them? The frame rate's horrid in here. Which is good, it's starting to look like the final game, man. We've got some shading, we've got some detail, and we've got terrible frame rates. Which was a sign of what was to come. Can't pick the diving suit up either. Why can't I pick anything up in this level? Requires a key. No, it fucking doesn't. This level actually looks good, sort of. Like, it needs some work, like height variations and stuff, but this isn't too bad. That's not good though, that is... Oh no, we've got a corrupted point, look at that! Ew! Gross! Whoa, 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 whoa! Oh, that is bad. You don't want to be doing that sort of stuff. Ah! I think we're going to walk off the level if we go over there. I can sort of see what they were going for here though. That looks like there's a door and it's sort of squeezed itself in there. That cultist finally figured if he can navigate it, you'd think I'd be able to, wouldn't you? If those are red walls, we can get through them, but I don't know if they are. They don't seem to be, and the game's nutting out here. I'm not sure where I am because I can't see shit. I think I've just walked off the side of the map and I'm not going to be able to get back in. I'm sort of somewhere, but I don't think the game's realised I'm inside a sector just yet. Or else the sector does not have textures. Nope, there's definitely textures, but the game seems unaware that I'm inside of this sector. Let's try and make it back to civilization. There's a switch there. If we can hit that, we might be alright. But we can't clip through white walls. Where is that? Where's that switch? Is that back on this wall here? I don't know. This part of the map is totally fucking janked up, and there's nothing even over here. That's fucking wonderful. Just insist on walking that way. There we go. Yep, lost to, like, invalid null space. In the, oh man, there's more than one of this. What was this meant to do? I get the impression there's some really grand thing planned for this. Like, maybe it was all meant to rotate and shit. There's clearly something that's meant to go here, but these sectors are corrupt. Well, that's actually kind of a shame. Because it looks like they had something planned here, and it obviously didn't come to fruition. This one room here I can't see into. Like, there's... I don't even know where the hell I am anymore. This place is a maze. I might be able to get myself out of it, though. Okay, I wonder why all the points are pressed together like that. That's really strange. Okay, that place was weird. That was really weird. I'd love to know what they had planned. I'm going to have to look at this one in the editor, I think, because... This is one of them levels, though, where some of it does look pretty good. Like, this would take a bit of work, but I think you could polish this up into something actually playable. Except maybe the bit where the corrupt sectors are, you'd have to get rid of those. Like, there is attention to detail here, it's just inconsistent. Which, you know, the level's not finished, it's going to be. But there were definitely levels that looked worse than this in the plasma pack, so... Which, you know, as we've established, this is where most of those came from. What else is there down here? I mean, this has clearly had a plan and a concept put down for it. I'm guessing this was a puzzle-heavy level. What the hell was this, like a maze that you had to turn around? There may be, but it doesn't look that way. I didn't see any numbered revisions of it. What was that called? Kinken. I'm probably only going to do one or two more after this, because I am getting tired. I've got to have my supper and stuff. Got to make sure I'm awake, like while the chemist's still open tomorrow. There's shit that I need to get. Right, this is that area. Oh my god. Well, I think I see the problem. You're overlapping vertices like that, you're going to cause problems. You're not supposed to do that. Wow, that's a real shame, because I really like the look of this. God knows how it's supposed to work, but... There's another broken texture there, but... I don't know how the hell it's supposed to work, but it's a really interesting look, and there's nothing like quite the same in the final game as this. Like that actually looks quite good. Now that's probably what I was getting stuck on, like the chains and shit perhaps. I wonder what was meant to be there. Well, this is another one where I'm seeing it's almost like an alternative steampunky kind of look there, but you go back out here and it's just proper blood again. Well, let me see if I can find that bit with all the L-shaped walls. This bit. Like, what was this supposed to be? No, they seem to be connected together, but I mean, that's way too big, too small for me to run through it. I wonder what they had planned. Well, it has an outdoor area, which is really strange. It's got a sky texture that's going out of use. Those odd handmade feeling stars again. Now that's an example of like simple architecture looking good. I mean that works for me, that. Oh man, I'd have liked to have seen this level finished actually. This bit's ugly. That's ugly. Yeah, this seems like it was a grand idea once upon a time. Who knows? And I guess we'll never find out. GMLOOM. 122. Oh, don't do that. GMLOOM. GMLOOM. Yeah. That looks much greener than usual. What? No. Right, he's walking funny for some reason. I'm not sure. There's something I had happen in the final game. It's like he's stuck up against something. It's weird. I can't run. I don't know, it might just be the machine pissing and moaning about things, but I could run now. I mean, there's probably nothing good hiding in the rest of the maze. But I don't know. It seems to take us through most of it anyway. Yeah, that's a tricky one when you get that. You should really change that to a red wall to get around that problem. You could even angle it back here and it might be less noticeable. So this is another grand plan. This entrance here looks like a not as good version of GMRURITA almost, because that one has sector pillars and really nice shading on it. I quite like the little garden they've got going though. That looks good. Little lamps around it. It's a start of something. If you did some more sector architecture, it could look good. Whatever the hell that was up there, it's changed. I'm guessing them fire textures were bigger because they show up a few places and look oddly small. But again, I guess we'll never know because there's just... But it doesn't go anywhere, does it? No, there is something in there. Let's see what happens if we charge at it. Charge! Ah, it doesn't look like there's anything... Oh, I don't know. I don't know, there might be. Can we get in? I don't think we can. Try. What happens? Ah, now there is an old trick in these, isn't there? What if we strafe running doesn't do it. The collision detection seems to act differently on that. It doesn't look as though there's really anything in there. The problem is we're not going to be able to even look on the auto map to see, because why does the no clip not go through white walls? Why can't we walk in null space? Collision was always weird in Blood. On the other hand, that doesn't mean we're through yet, because if it detects valid player space, it will send us there. If one of these walls overlaps close enough, or maybe this door here might work. Ha! There we go. I don't know if it connects to that area, but we can find out. No, it doesn't. Oh, whoa, it might do. It might do. See, early beginnings, but it looks like there was a grand plan here. Oh, shit, I don't think I get back through there. I can, just. Is there valid player space anywhere near these walls? This is really, really awkward for some reason here. I think we're stuck. No, not quite. Right, let me try this. There's nothing close to there. That much is certain. If there was a valid floor, we'd see it. If I can hit right in the centre of the door, it might just slip through. I don't think we can. I think I'm just going to have to give up on this one. It doesn't look like there's anything in there, though. It looks like they're just empty corridors to me. So we'll call that one done. That was GMLOOM. Let me roll a cigarette and then we'll do however many it takes me to smoke a cigarette. One or two, I guess. GMLORD. GMLORD. That is 227. 227. Whoops. Let's find out. Let's find out what's in there. It's probably going to be a start the game dead map, and I'm in the middle of smoking a cigarette, you know, well, rolling a cigarette and unable to do anything about it. Oh, now that's... I'll tell you what. That doesn't look too bad. This is very much like the type of level I used to try to build. At least here. It even has the overscaling look. Surfers, they're not an easy thing to do in build for some reason. You'd think they would be, but almost nobody can do a good job of them. Featherfall, diving suit. Oh, this diving suit has HUD graphics, yet one we picked up earlier does not. I quite like this old chair. Oh, would have been nice to see that as a voxel, but yeah, good luck doing that. That looks like it should do something to me, but I don't think it does. It's just the shading's off on it. Well, maybe not. I mean, it's in line with... no, it is a bit bright there, isn't it? Is there anything going on in there? It's them dodgy fire sprites again. This place looks good. Like, definitely needs a shading fixing up, but it looks good then. I mean, it does sprites. I wonder why a lot of sprites in this are like, you know, billboarding when they should be wall aligned. Like, did they just forget to hit the R key on them or something? It's clear this was built when there was a different texture set in the game. In places. The doors aren't working, so yeah, this is obviously older than the current X system. And that's meant to be carpet, I would guess. Whoa, I didn't want to do that. Okay. I like the look of this. Even though the textures are broke, and there's probably nothing else. That's probably it. We've probably exhausted the detailed bit, but I don't know. See, this is the vibe the older version of the game gives. Oh, we've got a functioning enemy. You know, these big old houses like this and stuff. Like, seems to be quite a few of them. And it's always a thing I think was underdone in Blood, because the texture set and everything and the atmosphere for it seemed fitting to me. Yeah, those are obviously meant to be floor aligned. That's meant to overhang. I almost want to bring this into... Hey, no problem, man. I almost want to bring this into the final game and see how it would look, like, with the sprites fixed and such. This level, there's bits of it that are empty, but overall, it looks quite good. Right, there's nothing behind that door. There's just a wall there. I don't think there's anything else in this level. That's a shame. That's a shame, because it's a very good looking level. What exists of this? It needs some shading patching up. Well, I even tried to do a shadow behind the armour though. So he's obviously thinking of shading. Alternative plan. I have some ideas what that might mean. Smoked some pretty interesting stuff when I was a teenager. And it resulted in some really entertaining times. I'm stuck there. Look, there's nothing behind the door. A bit of Realms of the Haunting vibe to this, isn't there? Well, I really like this level, man. This level looks good. What a shame this one never made it. A lot of potential there. A lot of potential there. Lord. Here. Well, we'll do one more. And then I really should be getting going. So that is GM... Oh, where were we? Madness, it looks like. Oh god, I hate Madness. They made shit music. So I see who listens to, like, Poncy ballads and stuff. Well, that was productive. If that's the only crash we've had so far, this alpha's more stable than the final bloody game. Isn't this the level that M210 was using to test his Java port? I think it is. This almost looks like it was built for multiplayer, doesn't it? And the frame rate's shit, so I guess you'd have a bunch of desync. Oh man, I can't leave it on this level. That's a shit level. Well, there's ghosts in here that... Hang on a minute. Are they doing what I think they're doing here? I think they are, you know, I think. Hang on a minute, then how do the doors at the side work? Then they are. There's probably only two, What happens if I go out those doors? Will this bring me to another place? It's one of these, like, 270-degree things. Yeah, no, it doesn't seem that way, does it? So there only seems to be two instances of this room, but... Which is an effect I don't think they ever used that much in Blood, which is a shame. You'd think with having ghostly goings-on in it, it'd be a prime thing for it. Right, I'm sure this next level's probably going to be shit as well, but we'll give it a go. GMMYRA. At 235. 35. Whoops, 35. Oh no, it looks awful, man. I should have just got while we're getting... Ah, is this... Yeah, you can pick that up in the alpha. Hang on, did that just trigger that, or was it just the act of me stepping in that sector? Oh, I should have known it'd be full of cultists. It looks like, yeah, it had them dodgy plants on it. Cultists! You're knackering my frame rate, stop it. Oh, they're killing each other here. He's gonna mow them all down. He's going for it. He's gone on a rampage. Oh no, he died. Oh man. Man, the collision on them's weird. Did the textures change since this was built? Because that's ugly. That is fugly, that. Requires a key? Of course it does. Well, we can cheat it, but we'll see if we can find it legit first. Oh, well this looks like a real nice place. Aha, I can take them mushrooms, because they don't, like, make the frame rate go to hell. I mean, this level's doing a good enough job of that as it is. Well, we're not getting in there. Oh, it's them mushrooms, they're the ones I'm on about. Yay. Yeah, 1 frame a second. And given when the game's from, I have to wonder what the hell they developed it on. It can't have been running good during development. It does run good when it was finished. It runs worse, I think, so... Yeah, that key doesn't appear to be anywhere, or I can't find it. I probably just can't find it, you know. Oh, of course, the key's on the other side of the bloody... Stupid level designers. Of course it's possible the level's meant to actually end out there. And he just left the start point where he was working as. So another Dark Forces-esque area in there. But notice, again, we've got the walkway and the hub that splits 4 ways. I said before, it's a recurring theme in these older levels. Is that a sprite floor? I wonder. I have a feeling it might be. Well, back to the ugly wood and the... Good God, these last few levels are really punishing the machine, man. What the hell is this? Okay. Well, this place looks simply delightful. I guess that looks like a crusher. I wonder if it works. It doesn't look like it. I'm guessing the... Oh no, the elevator works. A nice torture room. Every home should have one. I definitely have one in my cupboard under the stars. I beat my cousin in there regularly. She enjoys it. I'm just fucking with her. Or am I? Of course I'm not. It's my sister. Yeah, I should definitely probably kill this soon, because you see now I'm starting to go into, say, like, questionable things mode. Hey crap, I got a questionable thing for you, check this out. Well, you've got to annoy people when you go out to the shop, haven't you? There you go. That'll annoy somebody. Wear one of those. I can't see my screen properly, the peak of it's really distracting. It's like just within my field of vision. It's like making my eyes focus on it more than the screen. The layout of this place is really confusing as well. That doesn't help. I don't even know where the hell I am. Where did I come into this area? Right here, wasn't it? Right, what else is there? I'm guessing these were quests for keys. The frame rate's still gonna help. Yeah, let's enjoy like nerf frames a second. Oh god. well, this is Dark Forces if there ever was Dark Forces influence. Shadow gun. Ah, that's the... yeah, Ecto Blaster, that's what they called it. Used the Napalm launcher graphics before the Napalm launcher. Where else is there? We've already been in here, haven't we? Yeah, we have. What else is there? What the hell are those? Don't know what those are. Well, they don't seem to do anything. I think when we're done with the levels... I'll probably go through the art tiles and shit. Them cultists cut me so... oh, it's locked me in. But there's no way out. Well, this looks like something out of a goddamn fantasy, like, novel or something. Well, they nearly finished my book. I hope I can publish that thing someday. I'm going to try. Like, just say I've done it. Like, even if they just print one copy, you know, it's like, well, I published a book. I don't know, to me it just seems like one of them things that goes on your shit to do before I get old and boring list. That's a different sky texture, I don't think we've seen that one yet. That's enough sky rave parties. I think we've exhausted everything this level has to offer. Still, it was interesting to look at. I'm guessing I'm stood on what would be the exit. So, oh, hang on. The shit over. Oh, there is a skull key. Why is there another one? Oh, it's infested with spiders. Look, I can. Oh, jeez. It's a good job I like spiders, isn't it? I don't like it when they bite me, though. Hey! Where is the little bugger? You keep doing that and I won't throw any more crickets in. Bloody biting spiders, what do they think they are? Oh, the frame rate! No! You're gonna crash the game, stop it! These cultists don't know when to crit, but they are carrying a frame rate counter, because that is how you count the frame rate, I think I've said before. Like, you want to count the frame rate in this game? This is how you do it. Like, the faster the Tommy gun fires, the better the frame rate is. I'll dynamite these motherfuckers and I'll shut it off. Well, that wasn't a good dynamite. That wasn't a... I swear the arc's different in this version. Well, I'll tell you what, as this part seems to be plagued with awful frame rates, we'll end it by deliberately fucking over the frame rate. How's that? Right after I kill this stinking gargoyle. Fuck you, gargoyle, you stink. Die. There we go. Yeah, that's a frame rate right there. Right. Well, that's enough blood for today. So I'm pretty much done here for the night. We finished on... well, let me see. I've got to come back and look at the list next time. We seem to be ploughing through this, but I'm probably going to leave it a while before I do another stream. Hopefully it'll archive this extra 45 minutes. Because it seems to start working on the fast one. But yeah, with you asking about capture cards... I haven't got anything hooked up to this, but yeah, here's a pointless feature for you. Something that you totally don't need to put in. Yeah, we could totally watch TV on here if the signals were still on. That would be so nice. But, yeah, alas, the signals have been turned off. Has practically zero latency, though, because it's not displayed by the graphics card. It's... Like, hold on a second. I think I can show you. Hold on. Let's have a look in here. Well, I'll show you the mass of cables first. Like, there's like this ugly ass breakout stuck in there. Like, it's just a rat's nest going on. But yeah, the video card's not actually drawing the TV signal. What you're seeing is coming off of the TV card, because what the video card is drawing is small electric shock. Is that? It's just chroma keying. That's all it is. It's an analog chroma keying circuit. It is kind of novel. Gets around the bandwidth limits of the ISA bus by just completely eliminating it from a requirement. Oh wow! I'm guessing we've broken something, it seems. Oh no, we haven't. It's just a keying circuit. But yeah, that's literally all it's doing. You can actually see a pink outline quite heavily on the stream, I would think, because of the way the StarTech interprets it. But you can do some really odd things with it, like deploy that plank of wood tool. There you go. Oh well, anyway, I'm bailing for the night. So, am I treason? Thanks. Well, that's interesting. Thanks for watching. And, yeah, I'll see you around at some point. Yeah, nice hat. I know, like I say, you gotta irritate people when you go out to the shops and shit, haven't you? You know, you got to make them sort of stare at you. It's great when you see some blue-haired SJW. They give you like this proper death stare, but they don't say anything. Do I necessarily agree with the guy? Well, that's a different matter. Like, but it annoys people, so I'm going to wear it. Anyways, yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you around. When I can find my mouse pointer, where the fuck is it? Okay, now that's just confusing. It's a bastard getting it on the second. Yeah, they get surprisingly butthurt for having a hat like that. Like, they get butthurt over the slightest thing. People round here are, like, sensitive as hell. Some of them. Most of them are alright, but the fucking heat that comes off of this damn thing. That capture card, man, it runs hot as hell. But, yeah, so it's some people. The council inspector woman used to. I've got worse than that. Like, I tell you what, man, you want to know buying shit just to annoy people, and I found the cheapest one I could. And before I do this, massive disclaimer, I do not agree with what I'm about to bring out represents at all. I am much farther into the centre than this. I'm not discussing my political stance, but it is not what I'm about to show you. Yeah, this thing lives in a dark corner that nobody ever sees, and I don't get it out anymore, but this council inspector lady, she used to come round and yell at me about shit. You can't have an hot plate because it might say, how am I supposed to cook anything? And she was one of the types, you know the type, you know, speak to you like you're a dog just because you're a guy. They expect you to do just what they say because they're a woman. They're used to dealing with guys who are like, yes woman, you have spoken. And it's just like, do this. I'm like, no. Why? You can tell she's not used to it. I'm like, my house. I said so. But you can't. Well, I don't give a fuck. It's my house. What's your language? No, it's my house. I'll say what the fuck I want. You're only in here because I'm like kind enough to let you in. If you don't like it, you can fuck off. You know, what was odd is the last time I saw her, she was really respectful to me. Like, I kind of miss her. So yeah, I got my hands on this to fucking annoy the hell out of her. Yeah, put that up on your stinking... I like the way the stream just, like, lagged. Like, You think YouTube's... I'm probably on a watch list now. But yeah, I don't agree with what this stands for at all. It's fucking evil, and I actually felt really bad for putting it on my wall. Like, go back a couple of generations, and on one side of the family, like, they're actually Jewish, so they probably wouldn't be happy with it either. But the important thing is, the councilwoman wasn't fucking happy about it. She went absolutely fucking, like, you could see she wanted to say something so bad. Like, she's just like... And I'm just like, go on, say something. Because she's here to tell me how to fucking maintain the house and shit, which I do way better than the fucking council can. And so, it's like, you can tell, she wants to say something. I'm just like, say something. I'm thinking, go on, say it. Because if she comments on my perceived political alliance, you know, it's like... If she says something, I can report her for being unprofessional. So that's exactly what I want her to do. You know, I'm like, well... She obviously, I had a little portrait of Hitler up and everything. I'm like, yeah, I think she thinks I'm a neo-Nazi now. Well, I don't see any reason to correct her because it seems to upset her for some reason. IRL trolling, man. You just gotta do it sometimes. Stupid, miserable cow. Well, so I kind of miss her. It was fun watching her get upset. It's like she'd tell you shit about, my partner says this, but I'm not listening. And I'm like, yeah, well, you wouldn't get away with that shit with me. he's obviously a bit of a pushover, you know. Anyways, yeah. I've really got to get out of here, man. I've got to have my supper and go to sleep, because I've got to be up, like, in a few hours. So, yeah. Thanks for watching. I'm glad you got a sense of humour, because I'm sure there's some people would just start yelling their fucking mouths out big time just at the sight of that damn thing. But it was worth it. It was worth my £2 just to annoy that woman, because it did fucking bother her. She was not happy. Anyways, I'm out of here. I'll have fun when I come back tomorrow and see a bunch of "you're a fucking Nazi" comments or something. Anyways, yeah. See you around.